I'm going after the rail on a crazy train. I'm going after the rail on a crazy train. Let's go.
What's up, everyone? Train Freak here, and I realized, let me zoom that up so y'all can see my face, right? See my ugly mug. Okay. So, it's been a hot minute since I've done a live stream, especially with the change of schedule with my work and whatnot, but now I get my Fridays off, so that's even better in a way. But that allows me to work on actual projects without taking time away from the family. So let me see who's here. I don't expect a huge crowd today because I know a lot of people are going to be at work, and I hope y'all can hear me very well. So if you can't hear me, let me know in the chat below. But we got Curly Express. So Dwight's here, Kyle Stevens here, Bernard's here. We got Rick from the Foltz Bailey Model Railroad is here. We got Hi from H&H Express Model N Scale. And everybody's saying I am loud and clear, so that's awesome. So there you have it. The bearded wonder himself. How about that? So what I've got here, and I've already taken the shell off. Hey, Marcus is here. Yeah, it is nice to have Fridays off. That's no lie. And I didn't put the shell all the way on, but this is a Athearn Bluebox DD40X. Now, the funny thing is, even though this is a Southern Pacific painted locomotive, SP never had any DD40s. Not even the DD40X, which was the cabbed version of the DD40. They did have what's called a DD35, which would have been a B unit of two GP35s put together on one frame. So they did have the DD35, but they never had a DD40 or the DD40X. The only railroad that actually had that was Union Pacific. So, but, you know, Athearn back in the day made a few different variations of it. So, you know, more sales, right? Why not? But yeah, so literally it is a blue box. So let's see what happens if I zoom in. That's probably as close in as I'm going to be able to get. But you can see that we have, you know, the power's going through the chassis. But you got the frame that's going across both motors. So yes, this unit actually has two motors. Let me go down a little bit. You might be able to see better. Let's see how that looks. There we go. Oh, man. So since the last live stream, I've been at this workbench. My computer crashed on me, so I had to get that back up and going. So I had to spend a lot of time doing configurations and whatnot. Hey, Al Mars here. Welcome, Al. So what I'm going to have to do is literally take this whole thing apart, and we're going to have to do some type of isolation. Mainly because I want the motors isolated away from the chassis. Now, what's going to make my job a little easier is there is this little clip on this side here, and that connects to the light bulb, and that will make it to where I can have the other rail pickup. So it looks like with this being the front, this is going to be my left rail. And then, of course, each truck's going to be my right rail. So, yeah, this is going to be a fun install for sure. All right, so first thing that's got to go is this thing here. And the man himself, Thomas Grossi's in the house. So, guys, this is his locomotive. I'm either going to do something good with it or I'm going to do something bad. So we're going to find out. All right. Next thing I need to try to work on doing is I'm looking at these motor mounts that are in the bottom because those motor mounts need to come out. And I'm hoping that it's not so old that it's going to deteriorate when I start pushing these out. Because that would not be good. All right, so I got one out. And yeah, one of them did kind of break on me, but I think it'll be okay. It only broke on one side. So now let me see if I can push that piece out. And we got Tim from CP368 Productions here. Welcome, Tim. Buddy, yeah, they're breaking. I'm probably going to have to use some double-sided tape on this for sure. Maybe. And my problem is I don't have any of the double-sided foam tape that I know of. Ooh, this one here concerns me a little more. It looks a little more brittle. So I think I might try this side here first. That's the only downside about working on these Athearn blue boxes. Instead of screwed in motors, and that one just about shattered on me, they use these plastic pieces that, push in. And yeah, that one motor mount completely broke. So, and maybe they did that because with the chassis all being power routing and whatnot, maybe it was to help isolate part of that motor. So, not totally 100% positive on that one, but man, I'm thinking, if I've got one good mount on each motor, I might only have to tape down just one of the two. Let's see if I can get this dude off. That would be awesome. See if anyone else has popped in. There we go. All right. And I mean, I need the motors off anyways. So, because I have to do a wire solder connection on the bottom. All right. So check this out. Ta-da! We saved one of them, Tom. Couldn't save them both, but we got one of them. All right. Whew. Okay. Make sure that I save the whatchamacallits. Okay, so first thing we need to do is we got to have some electrical tape. Yeah, just rip it out like a bandage. Quick and painful. I don't know. I think quick, if you rip a bandage off and you do it quick, I mean, either way it goes, it's going to be painful. But I think if you do it quick, the pain is quick and sudden, and it's like gone, like really quick. Whereas if you do it slowly, that's just like putting yourself on torture or something. Like, why do that to yourself, Okay. So now what I'm doing is just putting some electrical tape in. Because I want to isolate this connection. All right, so there's one. I got some hair on me. Just the camera don't pick it up very well. But I mean, either way it goes, Kyle, it's torture, period. I mean, torture is torture, whether it's quick or if it's, you know, drug out. Okay. So I will say this is the first time I have ever done a decoder install on a DD, any type of DD locomotive. So this is a first for me. I'm not going to use you because I can't cut straight. Still can't cut straight. It's a little more straight. Okay. Now I know here in a little bit, I think it's 3:30 Eastern. Someone can correct me. I know here in a little while, Anthony Dodge will be going live, and I'm hoping not to overlap on his live stream. But if I do end up running late, I would like to encourage y'all to go check his live stream out too. At least with his live stream, you'll get to see running trains. Okay. I think, and I don't know about that one step. I got one little piece here that I'm just unsure about. But you know what? This little piece that I screwed up on will go right there. Okay, there we go. Tim, I could actually see you doing that. But for me, I don't have 30 minutes to work on pulling off a little bitty Band-Aid. All right, we'll go ahead and get the soldering iron nice and hot. Okay. Okay, yep, I don't want to pull you off. Okay, we're going to leave you on there. Robert! What is up, buddy? Are you getting ready? I think, aren't you going on a trip sometime in April? I think that's what you told me. Hanging out and being cool. Well, nothing wrong with hanging out. So yeah. If y'all notice, I kind of take my time at doing stuff like this. But, all right, so that way you know we got 2 motors, right? Well, you've also got to have 2 decoders. So we're going to put in a sound Tsunami 2 on one of the motors. And then this one back here is going to be a non-sound decoder. Oh, you're going to Timonium. Timonium. That's probably going to make the Central Arkansas one look small, I bet. I think you got more of a train population up there in the Northeast than you do here in the Mid-South. All right. Okay. So first thing I need to do is I need to get my hand on some wire. I got wire everywhere. I don't think I need a real long wire. Okay, so I'm going to assume that the top of these motors is going to be positive and that the bottom is going to be negative. I'm not sure if my assumption is going to be right or wrong, but that's what I'm going with. Thomas, while you're in here, did we ever talk about putting lights in this thing? I couldn't remember. Or did you just want me to get her hooked up to where she runs? I mean, either way, it's fine. I can do it either way. The shirt fits like a glove. Is that a good thing or a bad thing, Tim? Because I ordered the exact size you wanted me to order you. Okay. Is that a Tsunami 2 decoder, the kind that I need for my FP45s? FP45s, I can't remember if they use the EMD or the EMD2. I would actually have to look it up. Okay, so Thomas, this is the second one. This is not the one that you worked on. This is the one that has not been attempted. So that's why I'm asking. Tricky thing is double-sided sticky tape. I don't have any of that foam stuff that I thought I had. Maybe I do and I don't know where it's at. I've got double-sided tape and it's kind of like Scotch tape. I don't think that's going to be strong enough to hold the torque on these motors. It's my only concern. All right, go ahead with the LEDs. All right. All right, one thing I am going to do, if I remember what I did with my cutters, I don't want to take this off, but I do want to trim her down. because I'm not going to need that whole thing there. Now, looks like it don't want to come off. I don't know where my cutters are. Okay, well, shoot. I'll just have to deal with it. What do you mean by guessing it'll go together the same way? Not sure what you're talking about there, Kyle. All right, I got some heat. Come off of there. Good, my tip is nice and clean. All right. Go ahead and get you in there. Get my wires tinned. There we go. That one's tinned. Okay. So first things first. We're going to drop some flux on this copper pad here. Like so. Is your FP45 should only have one decoder, one motor for one decoder. Right? Yeah, if it's just one motor, you only need one decoder. Well, I think it's going to hold. All right, so that's one wire. And I'm going to go ahead and snap this dude back in. It's pretty awesome that I was able to save that one. Okay. Oh, can I start over? You missed the beginning. I thought you were here from the beginning. I was over there playing jokes on me. There we go. All right. Ah, you turkey. You came out of there. It's supposed to be on the bottom. Yeah. Go down. There we go. Harvard's like, yeah, just start over anyways. Why would I do that? Okay. Tried and in-scaled. No, I'll pass. I did a couple of in-scale installs, and I decided, you know what? If other people want to tackle that, they can have it. I basically stated I wanted no more part of it. All right. All right, I'm going to put the orange wire here. I don't think I might need this whole wire here. I'm hoping that I can use half of this one. You sadist. Hey, at least I'm being honest. All right, let's see how strong my wire is. It's got a good tug. It's trying to pull the motor out. So I think I did good on the wire. Okay. Okay, so I need my motor connection on that side, which means I need you also on that side. All right, next thing I got to do is I've got to isolate this connection here. Thomas, we might have to go with double-sided tape no matter what. Because it's like these motor mounts are just springing it back up. So there you are. Once I went down with no problems, but this side over here, it just wants to pop out. No, I see why. Either that or they broke underneath, which is probably what happened. Yeah, they're just breaking apart. Okay, so to hell with this. Hell, I'm surprised that one stayed in there very well. I think one thing I could probably do is the spring area here. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to make them flat. Well, Thomas, I know that's what you use, but my problem is I don't have any of it. Okay, it's less springy now. Steven, Wigwag, what's up, buddy? Okay. Okay. Well, I got one motor feed done. So what I was going to do next, but now I got to think of what am I going to use since I don't have any of that stuff. You know what? Y'all hold tight. I'm going to take a quick look at something real quick. All right. Let me see, who did I miss? John Benicki showed up. What's up, John? Yeah, let's see here. JB, looks like 3 of us have 3 streams. 3 streams? Oh, Mini Prince is live, and looks like Sparky's live too. Well, I'm sure theirs is probably a little more interesting. All right, so I did find some Gorilla Tape. Okay, so Rick is saying Sparky's done. And Boilermaker Rick is here, so welcome Boilermaker Rick. All right, so Thomas, I'm going to try something. We're going to see how well this works. Dave P's here. What's up? Nolan is here. Welcome, Nolan. So actually, I put electrical tape here, so it is completely insulated. And to insulate it even more, I'm going to be putting Gorilla tape under this. Hey, that actually kind of holds not too bad. It's just kind of not long enough, in my opinion. Okay. Maybe if I don't use this one, maybe if I do it this way, and I might not got enough. I mean, this is easy to do with Scotch tape, but man, when you're trying to do this with Gorilla tape, Tom's going to have, hot glue gun. Yeah, that's an idea too. Tom, you're going to have my DNA all over the place, dude. I do know where my hot glue gun is. So you're saying the hot glue gun will work better? Have you done it with the hot glue gun? I'm curious to know if you have or have not. Because if you have, I will definitely. I use goop or silicone. But like I was telling everybody else, my problem is I don't have any of that double-sided sticky foam tape. But what I'm doing now is popping these springs off the bottom here. Okay. Wow. It pulled up the tape. That's funny. So now I got to go back and re-oscillate this one. I don't see why the glue gun would not work. I mean, if this was my model, I wouldn't be so hesitant to try. But unfortunately, this is not mine. So I'm a little hesitant. That's the only downside, you know, about me trying new techniques, you know. I don't ever recommend people trying new techniques on other people's stuff. Because, you know, what if you fail and it's an item that one was not, you know, produced a lot of, or two, there's just not many out there to find. You know, if it's an item you can find all day and replace it, then, you know, maybe buy it yourself first and then see how it works and then try on someone else's stuff. I don't know. That's just my 2 cents worth on it. Well, I guess what I can do is I'll go ahead and get everything installed, and then I'll come back and put double-sided sticky tape on it later. I can do that. So, because I don't even know if you can buy those motor mounts anymore. Like, I almost thought about maybe doing a zip tie, but then I'm afraid it wouldn't work right on the bottom. I'd probably have to cut some channels out to get that to work. So, all right. All right, so we're going to turn you around. I'm actually going to mount this a little further up than I normally would. Let me see, where does the... Oh yeah. Yeah, I should be fine. All right. Of course, I didn't cut a long enough piece. And that one I cut too long. There we go. All right, that way my decoder don't fly all over the place. Joe Rader. Well, Joe, this was also kind of last minute too, so I hold nothing against you, buddy. Okay. James, what's up? There's one word. Okay. I think what I'll do is go from the bottom. You know what? I'm probably going to have to tin these first. And do this one too. I think I still got some solder on there. Yep. All right, mini prints just ended too. Oh boy. Like I said, I'm sure their streams were a little bit more entertaining than mine is. I'm just over here doing a decoder install. Okay. Okay. Steven, I bet you if there was 100 modelers all live at the exact same time, you would probably attempt to watch all 100. I would not put that past you. And then if you actually pulled it off, I would say you're a very talented person. Well, I didn't know anybody else was going on today. The only person I knew normally is normal Fridays is you got Steve Childers in the morning, which I couldn't catch his. And then, of course, Anthony Dodge will be on here in a little bit if he's not already on. If Anthony Dodge is already on, then I highly encourage you to go check out his live stream. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this little metal bracket here. Not at all. Problem is some of my wire, I don't have wire long enough. So what do I got over here? Yeah, that dude ain't long enough for sure. Well, Thomas, I figured you'd be interested since it's your locomotive. I mean, if it was my locomotive, I'd be interested too. So I can't fault you on that one. All right. I do got an idea though. Yeah, if I don't fall first. When one needs wire, network wire provides lots of wire. I think I'm going to use the brown pair. And I'll cut down to the size that I need. Derek, you're something else. Well, Nolan, I appreciate that, but man, I would not call myself a professional because I've never done a DD 35, 40, 40X. So this is a first for me. Kyle, Jason, don't die. We need your business. And I'm definitely not the only installer out there. There's a lot of installers. So James, you got a plan of what you're going to do? Do you even know if a helix is going to work in your area? Oh. So a professional is someone who gets paid to do it. Oh, okay. So I guess now we got college athletes are a mix of professional and non-professional. Come on. Thank you. Really? Ugh, dropped my wire. Okay. All right. Okay. Only problem is I don't know how well the solder is going to stick on this metal thing here. It acts like the solder doesn't want to stick. No, I think I might have got a spot. There we go. Your guy prefers ASU. What is ASU? And there goes the motor. With the decoder attached. Good thing is the decoder didn't go nowhere. Heck, it held on pretty snug. Oh, ESU? Yeah. There we go. James, you always have choices. The question you have to ask yourself is if you're willing to pay for that choice. Don't ever say, I don't have choices or a lot of choices. I'm going to try something real quick. There you are. Let's see what happens if I try to maybe scrape. Put some scratches in this. I think there's like a coating on this. Joe, what brand RS3 is that? There we go. That one took it like a champ. Okay. Dundas, or James, I plan to prove you wrong on that one. I've got a Kato NW2, and I've seen someone put DCC in it. I've got one that I plan on doing myself. So I plan to prove people wrong on the Kato. Heck, I've got that Bachmann GE 70 tonner. There we go. And I've done an Atlas RS2, which is not much different than the RS3. And I've got a video of that on my channel. And yes, I ended up frying a decoder in the process because I tried putting a current keeper in there with it. Yeah, that's not happening. So I guess I need 2 of these wires. Yeah, you should be long enough. Oh, Kyle, you're so wrong for that. Martin. What's up, buddy? And Joseph Benoya. Love that Mopac shirt. Awesome. Thank you. Mopac was one of the railroads that went through the town that I grew up in. But I am not, Mopac's not my first railroad of choice. I'll put it that way. Kyle, you know, with me being a left-hander, the only time I'm right is in my head. because lefties use the right side of their head or right side of their brain. Oh, you're a cotton belt SP guy too. That's what I'm talking about. So my grandpa worked for the cotton belt. Oh, Robert, when I was at the post office earlier today, I ended up seeing one of your Railroad's Heritage units. I ended up seeing a gray ghost. Now, whether it was a KCS or KCS-M, I wouldn't be able to tell you. But I did see one. Okay. Well, there you go. Joseph, my grandpa was originally, he worked in Caboose Supply there in Pine Bluff. And then when they did away with the cabooses back in the 80s, 90s, he got moved over to Hostler. Eagle Creek, what's up? Inked Rails, welcome. And so he retired in 96, right after the UP-SP merger. He actually got to retire a couple years early with full retirement. So, I mean, that wasn't too terrible, I guess. Okay, I want a little bit of slack in this wire, so we're going to go to here. Well, you could if it wasn't for his dementia. But he wouldn't even really talk to me about it much. I think, you know, with the UP takeover, the way it happened, I think he kind of got burned. And so he doesn't really talk much about the railroad, except for the stuff that he showed me, you know, like his watch and his pins and stuff like that. All right. Now I can put you back on. What I'll do is put you in here like that. Sorry, Robert. Is there any white ones out there? I think they're all gray now. Come on. Go. Up there. I guess it makes sense if I had this in here working properly, huh? All right. Where are you at? There. Oh, that sucks. He lost a finger, Tim. My grandpa, he's still living, but he's like up in his upper 80s. And I mean, health-wise, he is healthy. He is as healthy as an ox. But memory-wise, there's some days he don't even know who I am. And I mean, that's just part of dementia, you know. It's part of it. Hey, not bad, huh? Now, if any of y'all's channels got stuff going on, feel free to, you know, put your channel out there. I'm not one of those that's like anti, you know, don't promote yourself, people. I'm all about y'all promoting each other and promoting yourselves, and yeah. Okay. Oof. I bet that was painful. New sticker video, huh? Well, I do have a new video coming out on Sunday. And I know Robert will be really anxious to see it in person when he comes and visits me, hopefully in August. There you go. We got Nisi hosting Soundtraxx Sunday. this Sunday. Okay. On an Atlas Southern Pacific, Missouri Pacific. Oh, on an Atlas Southern Pacific MP15. No number board, not at the right place. Yeah. That is one locomotive I do not have is an MP15, but if my buddy Marcus, if he's still in here watching, I actually did a decoder install on his. And I fit 2 speakers in it. So all right. Besides the lighting functions, the front decoder's done. Yeah, Joe, that is way, way too modern for me. Right now, I've got 2 cotton belt switchers, and then I've got a Seaboard Airline switcher that's going to get a new paint job and become a cotton belt switcher. And the ones that I've got is I've got a Baldwin VO1000 that I did put sound in myself. And it's got 2 speakers in it. And then I have a Walder's, I think it's a Proto. It's a SW7. And then the one that I plan on, and it's got Tsunami 1 in it. So it's going to get a sound upgrade one of these days, whenever that will be. And then the other one I have is the Kato NW2. That is, yeah. That one's going to be the fun one. And I've been told that one's tough. So it's going to be one of those. We'll see. Good question, Joseph. I actually have one. I'll grab it real quick. Here you go. Very, very, very detailed. And you can even adjust the walkways things. So, but yeah, there's my, this is a Rapido. Okay. Is there a reason why y'all are swapping, Robert? Okay. I'm going to get that out of my way. And Let's look at getting a wire right here. That'd be a good spot. This model that I have, my SP 1200's actually got sound in it. No, I have not. I have not modified that locomotive at all. And it's got ESU sound as well. It's definitely not on my high priority list. If y'all catch my drift. I've got so many different locomotives of my own that need sound that it's unreal. And so when it comes to my personal stuff, the ones that I will put sound in, or Tsunami 2 sound in first, are going to be the ones that are just DC. And then I will do the DCC only ones. And then I will do all the ones that are what you call it. They're DCC and sound, but not Tsunami 2. So, Joseph, where are you out of? If you don't mind me asking. Southern California. Oh, okay. There's a few within the YouTube community that live down that way. You got Derail Daryl, lives in the LA area. You've got Grandpa Rails. And then you've got Roy Eltham. They all live down in that area. What type of decoders are you installing own? Like my own or for Thomas Grossi here? Yeah, Rick, this is Alpha OM338. Funny thing is, it says it's expired, but I mean, it works like great. This tube was manufactured in November of 2017, and they say it expires a year later. And I mean, it's been what, several years after, and that stuff still works pretty well. Okay, so now I am missing the drawbar. All right, Thomas, I'm blaming this one on you, dude. You're playing tricks on me. Just kidding. I don't feel it up there. No. Inked. Actually, I ended up building one yesterday, and the only person, well, actually, I sent the picture to 2 people. And one is a local friend of mine, and then the other one is in this chat. I'll let you ask him, or I'll let him announce the kit that I shared with him. Okay, what did I do with this piece? That definitely ain't it. Man, I just love it when I'm looking for something and it's not right in front of my eyes. Make sure it's not in this box either. Negative. Negative Ghost Rider. I don't see it. And I can't really continue until I find that piece. All right, y'all. I'm going to put y'all back on hold again. I'm going to look for it. Chat amongst yourselves. All right. Rick, I don't know if Amazon has it or not. Like I said, I bought it years ago. George from Soundtraxx is the one who actually told me where to go get it from. So that's really all I could tell you. Sorry, I'm not much help on that one. Okay. Need you over here, you over there. And let's get you put in. Perfect. Just don't. Of course that wouldn't be right. Might work better if I put the motor on the right orientation. All right, get in there. There we go. Okay, let me catch up with chat. Gary Brender, it's right there. Yeah. I know, right? Container Man, what's up? Ain't saying nothing other. I find it to be nice and wouldn't mind building it myself. Yeah, it's not a DPM kit, and it's actually, when I get done with it, it's a Walters kit, but it's 3 different kits. Technically, there's a 4th kit, which ends up making a vehicle, but there's 3 different kits, and one of the kits is 4 buildings in that one kit. So Joseph, the best way to think about it this way is a current keeper is nothing but a Band-Aid. And if you're installing like tortoise switch machines on your turnouts, you have a built-in frog juicer in that. So it's much easier to wire or solder a wire to the frog of your turnout and run it into that tortoise, and then run 2 more wires in your tortoise that goes to your track bus. And as long as you wire the wires up correctly, bam, you have a frog juicer. But like I said, a current keeper, all it does is it's just a Band-Aid. And there's some locomotives that you really just can't install them in. I mean, you can, but you know, you're asking for more trouble. And Rick, that's what I do too. That's why I use tortoises. Now, I do have a couple of locomotives that have current keepers in them, and these locomotives I plan to go back and do additional lighting and stuff on them. Okay, so Rick's saying that you think my mic is live on Be Back Scene. Okay, I will have to double check that. You know what? Let me check that real quick. Okay. So, Rick, was you able to hear what name I just called you? Let me know. Because I just went and checked my OBS settings, and it shows that my mic is not even added onto the Be Right Back scene. I think it's the voices in your head. Okay. All right, go ahead, head over to Anthony, and let him know that I am sending people that direction, please. So if y'all want to, I encourage you all to go check out Anthony Dodge, the Model Train Outsider. Really, really good channel. A good friend of mine. And go show him some love and support. So I'm going to keep working on this because I know this is going to be, I know I'm going to have people reference this video for sure. And it's probably not going to be one of my best ones. But I will be glad to explain everything I am doing here in just a minute. Okay, let's get some tape. Yeah, I know he just started. But I don't want to be one of those that's known as streaming, while other streamers are going on, and there's so many people streaming these days that it's just it's really, really hard to find your own time. Like trying to find like a time slot. So and I kind of also look at it as like no one owns the internet type thing, but I look at it as a respect thing. So that's just my opinion. All right, so the other decoder, the one that's going on the back motor, is not going to be a Tsunami 2. This one here is not even going to have sound on it. But we're going to use a mobile-only decoder just for motor feed. But we want to make sure that we wire it up the exact same way as our other decoder. Okay. Rick, no, both motors cannot run on one decoder. And that is because of the total amp stall of the motor. So even though there is a drawbar connected between both of them, this motor here has a maximum right at to 2 amp stalls. Same with this one here. Well, if you put them both together on one decoder, then your maximum is almost at 4 amps. So you would have to have a 4 amp decoder. These are only rated at 2 amps. So that's why you have to separate. But you only need one with sound. How do you speed match both decoders? Well, the beautiful thing is you give them the exact same address. And because they're the same manufacturer, they'll already be speed matched. Okay. Hey, Edward, Happy Valley Hobbies. What's up, dude? Okay. Perfect. Oh, come on. Don't you do this to me. There we go. I haven't had to. Typically, if the only times that I have to do speed matching is if the manufacturer's locomotive is different, because it all has to do with that motor on the inside. And then other than that, or if I'm using two different manufactured decoders. And sometimes, even if it's a different model of the locomotive. What's up, Corey? Definitely a lot of if factors on speed matching. But what I can say is, because I'm using mostly Tsunami 2, I haven't had to speed match any of those locomotives that I do put together, as long as it's the same type of locomotive and the same manufacturer. Well, you ain't missing much, if that's what you're asking, Edward. You're definitely not missing much. All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and solder you on before you want to come out. Oh, Joseph, you have a lot to learn, because let me tell you something. If you was to go and ask 10 model railroaders a single question, you will get 10 different answers, and all 10 of them will be correct. Nathan DeLay, what's up, buddy? Oh, Rick, that's awesome. I'll give you that one for sure. If it's about wood, only your answer counts. Okay. Slow but surely we are making progress, y'all. Plastic covering didn't want to come off of that one. And that was my wife that just tried to call me. All right, hold on a second, guys. All right, I'm back. I think I will go. I think I'm gonna go this way. Oh no, you don't. You kidding me? Corey, if I haven't said hi to you, welcome, bud. There we go. And so also when you're doing double decoders in the same locomotive, the pickups and stuff, you cannot, and I repeat, cannot wire the two decoders in series. You have to wire them in parallel. Otherwise, each of your decoders are using half the power, which that's not going to get you much of anywhere. So I'll go up under you, see how you do. Okay. Hey, Peter Meister, welcome. The flux I'm using is called Alpha OM338. OM-338. There. Jason, have you did your tracks before? I never used NCE. I'm not sure exactly what you're asking, Nathan. Container Man, complete opposite. My wife has no financial tie to my layout. We don't even share the same bank accounts. And I prefer to keep it that way. Because what's her money is her money, and what's my money goes to the layout for the most part. But I think she prefers to keep it that way too, because if she wants to go do something and if she's got the money in her account, she can go do it. But as long as our bills are paid first, that's what matters. Okay. So besides lighting functions and the speakers, this I could actually run on the layout. So let me explain how it is wired up. And I can't get my camera to zoom in anymore, so I'm just going to turn it around and hope like hell y'all can see what I'm talking about. So Mr. Pencil here. All right, so we have a rail pickup here. We also have a rail pickup here. So this is going to be the right rail. So right. I've got a wire going from this pickup to this pickup. And I have a wire going from this pickup to this decoder. And a wire going from this pickup to that decoder. Okay. I'm not going to put a bridge here. Not doing it at all. Okay. If I didn't run a wire from this to this, then I would have to run a wire from this one to that decoder and another wire from this one to that decoder. To me, it just makes more sense. Run it from the front one to the back one. And Roy, you're exactly right. Most wives would do that, but mine loves me. So, does my wife like other hobbies? Just curious. Not really. I've tried to get her involved in some hobbies. She likes doing some of the stuff that I do, like making super trees. She likes to do that. But she doesn't really have any hobbies, no. Okay, so both decoders control both motors individually. One motor, one pickup, one decoder. Yeah, I mean, you basically have to have one decoder per motor. The pickups really don't matter. So, but here I've got the left rail. So I got a wire going to this decoder and a wire going to that decoder from the left rail, which is here. And then as far as lighting functions go, I'm only going to use the front decoder. All right, even the backup light is going to go to the front decoder. So all lighting functions go through the front decoder. The only purpose of this decoder back here in the back is for motor control, and that's it. Sound will also be on the front one because that one is not sound appropriate. So that's how it is theoretically wired up. Now the fun part is seeing if this thing even moves on the layout. So we're going to zoom out, and I'm having to look at my computer so that way I can see. And let's look at the layout. And I want to go up over here. There's his other DD40 right there on the track, right behind Morton Salt. So that's where we're going to work at. We're going to move this dude out of the way. And we're going to put this one on. Edward, if my layout is larger than your apartment, you have an extremely small apartment, my friend. Okay. Oh, it's over here. Duh. Okay, so let me power on the throttle. We're going to select Loco 3. And the wheels are dirty. Either the wheels are dirty or it needs some maintenance. Something. Come on. If your apartment's a 20 by 20, then my layout in your apartment is the exact same size. Or my training room is. Golly. We might have to clean some of these wheels, Thomas. Because let me tell you, dude, this is like the power is very intermittent. Move these cans of spray paint out of the way. Let me get on the step stool where I can see better. All right, here we go. Move to this track. Well, yeah, your wheels they got to be real dirty. Let me try the other direction. See what happens if we go in reverse. And I don't know if y'all can hear this or not. Yeah, Thomas, I agree with you. The wheels are pretty dirty. I mean, my track's a little dirty too, but it could be from part of these wheels. All right, let's see what happens. Oh yeah, it does sound like it. And that's not with that's not with having any motor mounts. For a 35-year-old locomotive, I mean, it moves. So I mean, I did something right, I guess. All right. Okay. Let me see about turning this. And we'll go down. And turn more. And go down. And turn it some more. And we can't go down. So I'm down all the way I can go. Let me go back a little. There we go. All right. So yeah, it doesn't sound that great, but it worked. If dropped it in the filing cabinet, trash can. Well, all right. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get this install finished today because me and my wife have to go to the revenue office. Yay. So, and I know she is on her way home from work, and that's where me and her are going. So, with that being said, like I said, oh, hush. Let me turn the layout off. There we go. Does revenue office mean pay taxes? No, revenue office means going and registering tags for my wife's car. Stop making shine? Oh. Yeah. One of my locomotives sound like junk. I think it's got a flat wheel somewhere. Sounds like a helicopter when it moves. And I mean, part of it could be too is the motor where the the contacts are located are kind of dirty. So it needs some maintenance there. It probably needs like oil. It definitely needs some oil in the gears. The gears are like bone dry. And so for like a 35-year-old locomotive, I mean, hey, we got it working. So, oh, Rick, I got to do this one for you, buddy. $5 super chat. Thanks, Rick. Great to see you live again. Thanks for the great show. Much appreciated, buddy. But no, my wife, she got a new rod, not by choice. She got run off the road, and they ended up totaling her vehicle. She's okay. And then with that, me and her, we got to go and take care of that. Split Rock! What's up, dude? So, but other than that, that's where I'm going to stop with the install today. So like I said, front motor gets the sound decoder. The back motor only gets a DCC only decoder, no sound. And then, like I said, all of the lighting functions will go in the front decoder. When I do the programming, both of them will get the exact same address. Basically, anything motor-wise that goes in the front decoder will also be in the back decoder. So, as far as other CV values, such as lighting functions and things like that, it really doesn't matter. Nathan, we ended up getting a 2023 Kia K5. So, okay, so address that engine as 9504. All right, Thomas, if you will text that to me so that way I don't forget it, that would be great. So, but anyways, other than that, I'm going to hop off of here. So y'all be safe out there and happy railroading. Oh, yeah, and I've got a video coming out Sunday, 11 o'clock Eastern time this Sunday. And then Nisi is hosting Soundtraxx Sunday at 8. So other than that, y'all be safe out there. Happy railroading.